Hi, I'm Tim Clarke. I'm a director with Harrison Clarke Chartered Surveyors, and today I'll be talking a little bit about the difference in inspection between a Level 2 and a Level 3 survey. It can be confusing to know which type of survey to choose and which will be the most appropriate to your circumstances. After all, most of us do not buy property very often, and for some people this might be a once-in-a-lifetime event. It is important to choose the right survey, and not doing so could be costly, either because you will end up paying too much for a complicated survey you don't need, or if you choose a more basic survey, you might need to follow up with more detailed investigation if defects are found. We have separate explainer videos about what each of the Level 2 Homebuyer report and Level 3 Building Survey report contain, but this video seeks to explore how our surveyors approach inspections differently depending on the type of survey chosen. This video only applies to Harrison Clarke's team of expert surveyors and is not an explanation of the RICS Home Survey standards. The reason for this is that we tend to exceed these requirements, particularly with our Level 2 surveys. When our surveyors inspect for any type of survey, they will always enter any accessible roof voids. However, sometimes roof spaces are really difficult and therefore time-consuming to access. In these cases, a Level 2 survey will often only report on what can be seen from the easily accessible roof area. As the fee, and therefore time allowed on site, is greater on a Level 3 survey, our surveyors can take more time to access difficult-to-reach areas, particularly if they are following a trail of suspicion, for example, when trying to diagnose the exact route of water ingress. In all cases, our surveyors will only access areas when it is safe to do so. On a Level 2 survey, particularly on larger properties, if windows are visually in a similar condition to one another, our surveyor might only open a sample of windows, particularly if access is made difficult by furniture or clunky blinds. This allows the surveyor to provide an overview of the condition of windows and a high-level summary of any works required. For a Level 3 survey, our surveyors will seek to operate all openable windows. This allows them to provide a more detailed description of the condition of individual windows, and as such, they can provide a more defined summary of any works required. In the same way, while normally all internal doors will be tested, if there are obstructions, a surveyor will have more time to clear these on a Level 3 survey. Otherwise, on a Level 2 survey, the surveyor can be happy that unobstructed doors provide a representative sample. As with the windows, we can be more specific with defect descriptions of doors due to additional time allowed on site in a Level 3 survey. Building surveyors will not safety test the electrical installation in either a Level 2 or Level 3 survey, as this is outside their sphere of expertise. However, this does not mean that they cannot provide helpful information on the electrical installation. Typically, they will consider the age of the system and type of components used. A Level 3 survey might go further and record quantities of power outlets in each area if appropriate. As standard, a Level 3 survey will provide specific advice on the energy efficiency of the building, but in most cases a Level 2 report will also provide guidance if appropriate to do so. Our surveyors dictate their site notes, so they will often go into more detail on the services section of the report on a Level 3 than a Level 2, as the additional time on site allows for this. This can help give you a really detailed understanding of your building, whereas a Level 2 report is only designed to offer a high-level summary. The previous examples are representative of some of the ways that the inspections differ, but there is one key theme: time and detail. The additional cost of a Level 3 survey pays for the surveyor to spend more time on site, so they can take really detailed notes on a Level 3 survey, which might not be achievable on a Level 2 survey. They might also take floor plans and other notes in a Level 3 survey, which might not be appropriate on a Level 2 survey. All of these notes feed into the high-quality reports prepared after inspection, and we have a separate video detailing the differences you will see in the reports. One of these differences is that cost estimates for remedial work are provided within Level 3 surveys. As such, our surveyors will need to record quantities of required remedial work during Level 3 inspection so that they can calculate cost estimates back in the office. Typically, we would recommend the high-level summary approach of a Level 2 survey on a fairly straightforward property which has not been significantly altered and, taken at face value, appears to be in fair to good condition. Straightforward means of simple construction, like bricks and mortar, and constructed around 1900 or later. On a more complicated property, such as one using innovative construction techniques or one which is in poor condition, we will only offer a Level 3 service. We find a lot of clients like the belt and braces certainty that a Level 3 report provides, even if a Level 2 survey could have been offered. This can help them to plan their future works more carefully and to really understand their building in depth. Some might also use the cost estimates to price chip against the agreed price when unexpected defects are found. Having these cost estimates in your survey report can speed up the buying process, as Level 3 clients do not need to wait for trades to provide estimates. Similarly, a Level 3 survey might make sense if you were stretching yourself and your deposit to afford a property right at the top of your budget. While some purchasers might have a bit of money tucked away from repairs, many purchasers will not, and this type of buyer would normally benefit from the best quality advice to de-risk their purchase. We have a range of videos detailing the content and differences between Level 2 home buyer reports and Level 3 building surveys, but we recognise that the house buying process is not always easy, and we want to help to ensure that you receive the best advice. If you would like to discuss your situation and requirements for some bespoke advice on the best type of survey for you, our team at Harrison Clarke Chartered Surveyors will be more than happy to help and can be reached on 023 81 55 0051.